Games coming out in 2025 with the release date confirmed already. So get ready because there are insane games on the list. Hope you liked the video, thumbs up, and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for it. Let's go.
Welcome to Drawbridge, Sam, and to the DHV Magellan, our mobile base of operations.
Death Stranding 2 is the sequel of the acclaimed original game. Again, it's being developed by Kojima Productions, and it's coming out in June 26, 2025, to PlayStation 5. In the future, it's probably coming out to Windows and maybe Xbox. Death Stranding is a unique and original game. The gameplay mixes walking simulator with building features, combat, and an insane story and storytelling. And the sequel will continue the story of Sam, the protagonist of the game, and now the players will continue to explore and connect the people, but also see the aftermath of the first
One another. We want you to help us bring the world together.
Sam, would you mind if I joined you?
Humor him. His knowledge and experience will probably come in handy down the road.
Yes.
The plan, Sam. The UCA isn't looking to expand its borders. Just like with Mexico, they want to bring new regions into the network. Anyway, the DHV Magellan's here to back you up. As always, you'll be the one leading the way to expand the network.
Mario Kart World is the new game of this classic racing series. The game is being developed by Nintendo and is going to be released in the new Nintendo console. That's Switch 2, and it'll be released in the same day. That's June 5th, 2025. You probably know Mario Kart series, an arcade fun racing game that created this style of races in video game. And now the new game is finally announced. The last one released was Mario Kart 8 in 2014. So 10 years later, we're seeing a whole new game. The game will be set in a huge open map with different modes, different karts, characters, places, and much more. So if you're planning to buy a Nintendo Switch 2, this is a good game to start playing. Doom: The Dark Ages is the next adventure of this beloved FPS series. The game is being developed by the Studio ID software and is coming out on May 13, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. The game will be a prequel, set before of Doom 2016, but here Doomslayer will be as brutal as never before, with new melee weapons and firearms. The enemies looks really good, and the players will also have the possibility to control a flying dragon and a huge mecha robot. What looks extremely brutal, so if you like the last games of the series, this is a great game for you. Borderlands 4 is the next adventure of the beloved universe of Borderlands. The game is being developed by the studio Gearbox Software. This will be released on Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, PlayStation 5, and Microsoft Windows. The game got a release date already. That is September 23rd, 2025. You probably know the series already, but if you don't, it's a looter-shooter series set in a first-person camera with a unique and charismatic graphic style, and it's always been a success since the first game of the series.
Of redemption, you were chosen, thrown together by forces beyond our control.
Elden Ring Nightreign is a new game set in a version of the world of Elden Ring. The game is being developed by From Software and is coming out on May 30th, 2025 to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Series S, and Windows. The game will be set in a roguelike style. You choose a class in the start and must survive in the map as you advance and fight enemies and bosses, getting better items and weapons. If you die, you restart all, and as you proceed, the map will start closing, similar to a battle royale game, and the focus here will be co-op. So if you like this style, this one looks good.
Little pillager, bent on sacking the lands of gold, I will swat away any and all who dare approach.
The life of the Night Lord.
My memory's still a bit blurry. Remember this. Inside my head.
Satellite gives us a 10-minute window. You made it.
That's just leftover hardware. It's been decommissioned. What the hell is happening? All I know is that Silvercorp is a piece of my story.
Mindseye is a story-driven, action-adventure thriller set in a fictional near-future Americana, featuring best-in-class cinematics, high-octane driving, and explosive combat from legendary game director Leslie Benzies. This is a game that promises to be the game to be in the same level of GTA 6 in 2025, and yes, it's being developed by an old Rockstar game director. That's why the hype is real about it. The studio has built a Rocket Boy, and the game is coming out in June 10th. It's really close, and it'll be available on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows.
What's going on in there?
It was an ambush. Do what you can. Do not lose her. Coming to you now. The search and rescue bots. They're malfunctioning.
Descenders Next is about extreme sports, similar to Riders Republic, released some years ago. It's being developed by the studio Rage Squid and will be released in April 9th, 2025 to Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and Windows, and will be available day one on Xbox Game Pass. It's time to conquer the world of extreme sports. This is Descenders Next. Grab your snowboard and tackle the steep, snowy slopes, or tear up the harsh, lush terrain with your mountain board. Feel like taking on the challenge with a squad? Ride solo or multiplayer? Be a lone wolf or join players all around the world in grinding for those points.
Ensure the safety of Sokolov and bring him back to the west. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking. This will be a sneak. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Metal Gear Solid Delta is the remake of one of the most beloved games of the master Kojima, Metal Gear 3, and it's being developed by Konami. Just hope they do a great job here. It's coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows in August 26th, 2025. Metal Gear is a stealth game, set in an extremely unique universe. The things are not what they seem, and the plot of the game is absolutely incredible, especially to its time. The remake will seemingly respect the original game, but bringing a new gameplay style, but keeping the core of the game, that's the stealth. Donkey Kong Banananza is a new game of my favorite Nintendo series ever, and it looks absolutely insane. The game is being developed by Nintendo and will be released on Nintendo Switch 2 only in July 17th, 2025. If you just like me miss the old Kong games, this one shall be interesting for you. It's not a 2D Donkey Kong, but a 3D Donkey Kong, set in a beautiful and stylish open world with many different enemies, bosses, and stages. One thing that looks interesting in this game is the destruction of the scenario. It looks like you can break through almost everything in the map, so the exploration shall be really fun.
Okay, kid. You wanted the real deal? This is it.
ACPD, drop it now.
Patrol units, we have reports of a hit and run. Let's go, Rook. We don't got all day. Target that vehicle. Spike strip deployed.
Yeah, I'm hoping this shift is a little quieter than the last one. Either that or I'm gonna need to put my cardiologist on retainer. Is it expired?
The Precinct is a new game inspired in the classic GTA games, but there's a big difference here, is that the player will be in the control of a police officer. The studio developing the game is Fallen Tree Games, and the best, there's a release date already, and it's not far. That is May 13th, 2025, and it'll be available on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. Averno City, 1983. Gangs rule the streets, and your father lies restless in his grave. Clean up the city, uncover the truth, and embark on thrilling vehicle chases through destructible environments in this neon-noir action sandbox police game. All that with charismatic visuals, a fluid gameplay, and a universe that promises to be really fun to explore.
Assistance required in Lafayette.
I need some backup here, dispatch. Searching last known location. Dispatch, I got a mail matching the suspect's description.
We're down.
Forza Horizon 5, one of the best racing games of the last years, is finally coming out to PlayStation. This is a Microsoft series, so it's always been an Xbox consoles exclusive since the first game on Xbox 360 to this day. But now, Xbox teams finally decided to release the game on PlayStation 5 too. The game was originally released in 2021 to Xbox One, Series XS, and Windows, but it'll also be available on PlayStation 5 on April 29, 2025. It's really close now, so you fan the series, but that just plays on PlayStation, you'll be able to play it too. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 Plus 4 is a remake of two beloved games of this series. And they'll not be just remakes. There will be new things too, like music, stages, characters, and more. The game is being developed by the studio Iron Galaxy Studios, and is coming out to Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, and Windows in July 11th, 2025. Everything you loved is back, but revamped with more skaters, new parks, gnarlier tricks, eardrum-shattering music, plus a whole lot more. Still with an arcade gameplay style, a lot of tricks, many different challenges, and a lot of charisma. So if you like the experience of the classic games, this one shall be really interesting for you.
Did you girls ever see anything weird around these parts back in the day?
27 years was a long time ago.
I've been trying to remember. Something just out of reach.
My mom found a package on her doorstep.
Our bloomin' rage.
There are some things that I might not be ready to talk about, ever.
Tape 2, Lost Records Bloom and Rage, is the sequel of the Tape 1. That's kind of obvious, and well, it's finally coming out now. The game is being developed by the studio Don't Nod, the studio of Life is Strange. That was one of the first and biggest game in this style, with a great story and storytelling and amazing characters. This game is set in the same style, so if you like this kind of game, I recommend you to play the first part, and then you can play the second that is coming out in April 15, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Windows. So for the ones that were waiting for it, it's finally coming out.
Honestly, Swan, I'm glad, but slightly surprised that you showed up tonight.
When I saw your text, all these memories came flooding back. Whoa! Guys.
Last week, my mom found a package on her doorstep.
Father told us to hide when they came to our house. Then they took him away. Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore.
Hell Is Us is a new action-adventure game with some RPG mechanics. The game will be set in a semi-open world, in a dark and mysterious universe. The game is being developed by the studio Rogue Factor, and it got a release date already, and it is September 4th, 2025, and it'll be available on Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. In an isolated country ravaged by infighting, discover the secrets of your past and deal with the repercussions of a mysterious calamity. A game with beautiful graphics and an immersive gameplay. So just make sure you remember this one.
Mother always said monsters didn't exist. I thought they lived under my bed. We were both wrong. They live inside our heads.
Never told you stories about critters and weavers? Oh, you're lucky I come along.
What?
Shh.
After I got you out of that tree, you said you helped me find my mama.
I ain't have the disposition to be gator snacks.
Well, me neither.
If we're gonna go on, we gotta get rid of him.
I'm all ears.
There's a trial of Bell. Some church folks once tried to dynamite him, and he didn't take that too kindly.
South of Midnight is a new action-adventure from Compulsion Games. Explore the mythos and confront mysterious creatures of the Deep South in this modern folktale, while learning to weave an ancient power to surmount obstacles and unravel your family's hidden past. The game is coming out in April 8th, 2025 to Xbox Series XS and Windows. The game features a sort of hack-in/combat style, set in a stylish and cartoon graphic style, and as it's a Microsoft game, it's coming out day one to Xbox Game Pass, so it's worth a try.
That floating island is the gator?
Battle command uplink initializing. Please stand by.
The Dynasty have amassed an enormous army right under our noses. And the Dynasty have launched attacks across our western border. They've been planning this for God knows how long.
Harvesting operation sighted.
SciComm, code red. Issue an immediate retreat order to all GDF units in 10 miles. In the air and get me a satellite pointed at this. I want to know what the hell we're dealing with.
Tempest Rising is a new game of the iconic RTS genre, real-time strategy. So you, fan of his classic style, this game looks really fun. It's being developed by the studio Slipgate Ironworks, and is coming out in April 24th, 2025, but will just be available on Windows for now. A version to the consoles is not confirmed. Maybe in the future. Classic RTS action meets modern production and performance in Tempest Rising. Inspired by RTS greats of the 90s and 2000s, Tempest Rising is a classic, base-building real-time strategy game set in a modern-day, alternative history war scenario. It features 3 unique factions, each with its own approach to combat and economy, and offering a variety of strategies for players of all stripes. Bionic Bay is a new platformer game mixed with puzzles. So for you that missed the classic Limbo or Inside, this game shall be really interesting for you. The game is being developed by the studio Psychoflow Studio and Murina Oi, and will be released in April 17, 2025 to PlayStation 5 and Windows. A scientist uses a unique teleportation instrument to escape an ancient biomechanical world filled with imaginative technology, deadly traps, and hidden secrets. So now you must solve the puzzles and beat challenges of platforms to advance and discover more and more about the story of the game, all set in a beautiful visual style and a gameplay that totally resembles the classic Limbo, but with its own personality.
But here, in the Taisho era, we're the only detectives that specialize in that sort of thing. Yes, this is the Narumi Detective Agency.
Please, sir. Please, help.
Raidou, got a case. Let's roll. It's time.
Raidou Remastered: The Mystery of the Soulless Army is a classic JRPG game, and now is coming back with better visuals and performance. The game is being developed by Atlus, and will be released in June 19, 2025 to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, and Windows. The story of apprentice detective and devil summoner extraordinaire Raidou Kuzunoha 14 returns in this remastered classic. Call upon your demons to solve supernatural mysteries and dispose of enemies. So if you like the games from Studio Atlus, this one shall be interesting for you, and remembering it's coming out in June 19th, so keep an eye out for it.
And listen to me for a minute, okay?
So, I ask, are you prepared to lead the life of a devil summoner?
Come forth.
Shadow Labyrynth is an action Metroidvania in a version of the world of the classic Pac-Man. The game is being developed by the studio Bandai Namco Studios, and is coming out in July 17, 2025 to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, and Microsoft Windows. A 2D action platformer and a genre-twisting alternate take on the iconic Pac-Man. As the swordsman, you wake on a mysterious planet amidst relics of wars past. To survive, you will discover secrets, consume your enemies, and grow from prey to apex predator. A game that shall be really fun for the fans of Metroidvania games. So keep an eye out for it if you're one of these.
You have been chosen. All. And we have work to do, number 8. A swordsman needs more than a sword. Don't just defeat enemies. Consume them.
You were all transferred to this academy for a very special reason. The complete and utter school's peace. During your time here, you happy few, will be molded into the perfect special defense unit.
Inside.
Hey, everyone! Sorry I'm late. I can do this! I'll fight alongside everybody else.
The 100 Line Last Defense Academy is one of those story games for anime fans. Well, it's an adventure game with a powerful storyline. The game received a demo, and the people who played really liked it, so I believe that the final version is going to be really good too. The game is being developed by the studios 2Kyo Games and Media Visioning, and will be released in April 23rd, 2025 to Nintendo Switch and Microsoft Windows. 15 students are tasked with defending a school from grotesque monsters for 100 days. Can they make it to the end? And will they survive long enough to uncover the truth?
If we lose here, right? If this is what it takes to stop that, then I'll fight too!
Don't worry. You don't have to do it alone. We'll protect what's important to you together. I want each and every one of us to get through this and go home alive. Not just to ourselves.
This is where we finally start working together as one big team! When I think of how you're all counting on me, I feel courage.
It's the people we care about, too.
You think you can screw with us, asshole?
Every good story is true in one way or another. Dr. Jones. So what I'd like to do is put the guns down.
Go ahead.
So what brings you to the Vatican, Indy?
I'm looking for someone.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is a game that was already released, but on Xbox Series X and Series S and Windows, but it was also confirmed to PlayStation 5, and it's coming out in April 17, 2025. The game was developed by the studio Machine Games, and is an insane stealth FPS set in the universe of Indiana Jones. In the game, you can explore different locations, all of them with a lot of things to do and explore. The combat of the game is simple. It's not an FPS game like Call of Duty, but a stealth game that you can also use firearms, but they are not so simple to use, but I highly recommend you the game.
He stole something from me, and I mean to find out why.
Right now, I'm looking into the disappearance of my sister. And I believe...
They think it's a conduit of some kind of power, correct?
Boss certainly does. He believes it'll secure his place in history. Is it trigger?
Legacy can take many forms, right? Learn from the ones who came before.
Is that a Kestrel?
I still can't believe they exist.
To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I just need foot. Aha!
You can turn into a Levron.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is one of the most beautiful, in a matter of realistic graphic style, turn-based RPGs I've ever seen. The game is being developed by the studio Sandfall Interactive, and this one got a confirmed release date already. That's April 24th, 2025, and it's coming out of PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Windows. The game features a beautiful and realistic graphic style, with impressive visuals and style. The combat isn't a turn-based system, but with action mechanics too, like pressing in right time to defend or attack stronger. It seems that the world will be huge, with a lot of possibilities and things to explore too. What sounds fun?
Do you mean we're the only ones left?
Where monsters invade our world. A powerful being falls from the sky. The dream ends. Is this really just a dream? My only hope lies within.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions, together.
Lost Soul Aside is a hack-and-slash game developed by a Chinese studio. The studio is Ulti-Zero Games, and the game is going to be released in May 30th, 2025. It's kind of close, and it'll be available on PlayStation 5 and Windows. Embark on an epic odyssey to save your younger sister and the whole of humanity from mysterious dimensional invaders from beyond the starlit skies. The gameplay is fast, fluid, and impressive. The game is inspired in the gameplay of Final Fantasy XV and Devil May Cry, and it looks really good, with nice visual effects and insane fights.
I see great. Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand. You never wanted to be a...
My driving style, it's always been aggressive. I think it's gone from being all out, all risk. Now.
A new year, a new era, a new season. Welcome to... It's a great start for Hamilton.
F125 is finally the new game for the fans of Formula One. Leave your mark on the world of racing in F125, the official video game of the 2025 FIA Formula One World Championship, featuring a revamped My Team mode, the thrilling third chapter of Breaking Point, and more. It's being developed by the studio Codemasters, an EA game studio, and there's an official release date already. That's May 30th, 2025, and it's coming out to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and Windows. Create your own F1 stories as you take control as the owner of a Formula One team. The new owner perks system allow you to specialize in your preferred areas of team management, then get behind the wheel of either of your two F1 drivers on race weekends.
I gotcha. She's going for it. Oh no! Her race is over. The rookie's showing the champ what he's made of here.
Kid is quick.
That was fun.
By copying them.
Focus on the bigger picture.
So, tell us how this all began.
Well, it started with a sergeant sharing a vision for a special unit. He traveled all the way to Africa to recruit me in military prison. You know, it's not exactly common practice.
And what was this special unit formed for?
You know, the too risky for the ranks covert stuff. Strategic targets behind enemy.
Commandos Origins is the new game of this classic strategy game series. It's being developed by the studio Claymore Game Studios and will be available on Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Windows in April 9th, 2025. And if you play on Xbox and use the Xbox Game Pass service, it will be available there day one. In the hushed shadows of history's most pivotal moments, where heroes are born and legends are forged, a new chapter awaits. Whether it is a daring raid, a covert sabotage, or a courageous rescue mission. So if you like the classic games and now miss that style, it'll be back now. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is the new game of a classic and unique fighting game series. The game looks really good, with a charismatic graphic style, nice effects, and a fast and fluid gameplay. It's being developed by the legendary studio SNK Corporation, and it's coming out in April 24th, 2025 to Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Microsoft Windows. If you're a fan of the series, you know what to expect. Insane 2D fights with a lot of charisma, many characters, and a competitive system. In case you missed the classic The King of Fighters series, this is a game that you may like. It's even by the same studio, with some of the same characters.
Hey, come on! Yeah! Yeah!
of it, to just take your life in your hands and soar. I think that's in us all, isn't it? At least that's what my dad taught me.
Directive 8020 is one more game in the style of Until Dawn, developed by the studio Supermassive Games, and is coming out on October 2nd, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and Windows, but a Nintendo Switch 2 version is possible. Earth is dying and humanity is running out of time. 12 light years from home, Tau Ceti F offers a small sliver of hope. When the colony ship Cassiopeia crash lands on the planet, its crew soon realize they are far from being alone. In space, death takes many forms. So if you like this style of games, this one can be interesting. To be honest, these horror games, just Until Dawn I really liked, but let's hope this one is good.
Your time is running out.
This place is a womb where we grow our future.
Your weapons fail. Your ammunition runs low.
And you've yet to see our most beautiful creation. All you have is your hatred and your individuality.
System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster is obviously the remaster of a classic first-person sci-fi game released in 1999. The original game is a genre-defining experience that established innovative gameplay mechanics that are a staple of the FPS and RPG genre today. Survive the wretched corridors of the Von Braun. Your training has prepared you for this. The studios developing the remaster are Night Dive Studios, Looking Glass Studios, and Irrational Games, and it's coming out in June 25th, 2025 to Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, and Windows. So if you missed the classic game, the remaster should be really fun. Those are the games, guys. Of course, more games will be confirmed with a release date to 2025, but so far, those are the biggest ones we got confirmed. Hope you liked. Click on the like button, subscribe for more videos. Thank you so much for it. And I see you in the next video.
Every time the sun dies, madness